Hi there, Intuitive Collective. Happy Sunday, September 3rd. This is Mia Claire with Mia Claire's Intuitive Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and do a collective energy read, starting with the Rider-Waite Tarot. I'm going to pull energy, divinely guided energy that lets us as a collective know um, what kind of validates what we're experiencing to start with. Let's validate what we're experiencing so we all get we're all in this together because it is about unity and harmony overall and love. And so let's go ahead and start pulling, and then we'll also get some other messages regarding maybe some actions that we can take as far as what to do, guidance and actions. That good stuff from the light seer. So let's start. We got three cards that jumped out. So that's really convenient because that's what I was planning on pulling. We start with the Five of Pentacles. So, an out in the cold energy, but also a purifying energy, this Five of Pentacles, because when you experience this type of out in the cold feeling and you see that the light's there, but you're so focused on what's happening with your discomfort and your current situation that there isn't a lot of room to really look toward the light. And so we're starting off in this energy, and let's see if there's a more positive spin. I mean, these people are out there together. They're in snow. I see snow as, even though it's very cold, energetically, I also see the whiteness of snow as refining and purifying. And I'm not in any way saying that any of us deserve to experience heavy Five of Pentacles energy, but there is a refinement that comes when we go through a darker time in our experience. So next we have the Seven of Cups from the Rider-Waite. And so the Seven of Cups represents a lot of options. And I see the Seven of Cups and the Rider-Waite as our shadow side kind of running the show. That's and because when you have so many options and you can't decide and everything looks good and there's so many different things being represented and everything says pick me, I often find that when we're more in our ego energy, that becomes a prominent way that we operate, that we get emotionally pulled in a lot of different directions, that we feel like anything and everything is optional. And perhaps that when that happens, when we get in that energy, that it does lead us to some, making some choices that maybe collaborate with the Five of Pentacles energy showing up. And let's see what the other card has to say. And okay, so I just pulled the cards. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I'm amazed that the energy is speaking in this particular fashion today and right now. I felt like the collective was lightening in energy, and I do have optimism toward that happening. The reading is so far coming out as such where there is a remorse feeling that we're possibly cleansing right now, that in the letting go that came upon us in a way that said you have to let go. I really believe that that is what this full moon did for a lot of situations and a lot of people, and just it really caused a rift in separating what's real from what isn't. And there are many other energies happening right now that support that as well. But that super full blue moon is a big one. and we are feeling the after effects. So now that this is coming out, and we've got to just keep it real here on my intuitive readings, because that's the only option we have in this day and age, is to stay real. So this 5 of cups is an energy that is feeling a regret and wants, you know, I'm channeling that once out. Here we got two dark figures. So shadowy energy. And I would imagine that those shadows are afraid of the light, but they also really want the light. And that's up to us to dig deep, because as we see, it sometimes takes some very deep trust and deep surrender to find our way out of that kind of dark energy. And so I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Light Seer to add messages that I'm channeling from Divine for us. And I would like to hopefully get some optimistic energy going here. And we're going to see what Divine has in store to tell us about these energies of a lot of cups. The 7 of cups, the 7 is kind of there's spiritual significance in the 7, very much so, and there's also an energy of the 7 that does have some conflict behind it too, simultaneously, which is very fascinating with numerology, but true nonetheless. So, people, what are you doing? Okay, so we have the 5 of Wands. Not funny. Again, I'm not laughing. I'm so surprised, and I don't know what else we're going to get, but gosh, in the Light Seer, boy, is this a fiery energy. In the Rider Waite, there's a lot happening, but it doesn't feel quite as fiery as in the Light Seer. And so I definitely channel this as much going on inside. And with all the conflicts that we've had outside, now as we're experiencing, some ego rocking to a major degree, and that's okay. We do have to balance our ego with spirit, and sometimes that takes events that really do, cause us to question so much about ourselves and about, just the people that we keep company with, the actions that we partake in on a day-to-day basis, things of that nature. So I feel like those things are coming up for review in a way that's very, very real. And we are in Virgo season too. So of course that energy plays a huge role. And this is about, getting, letting this dissipate and calming the fire a bit, so that we can really make decisions going into this new energy from a place of what is really important, coming out of ego where there's so many options, and coming into narrowing it down to a place of taking action and putting energy into things that are going to bring us a lot more joy. And so, we have strength. So I'm going to share a story, if you stick around at the end of this video, that is a good addition to this card coming out. This is Leo energy too. So this is more fire energy, because this is fire energy. This is a different kind of fire energy, because this talks about courage of the heart. And this is such a wonderful card to get amidst everything else that we've pulled so far. Luckily, none of these other ones are major arcanas. This one is a major arcana. So that is a hopeful sign, especially since we're getting toward the last part of the reading. And she is balancing that for us, that ferocious lion or lioness energy that will come out when those of us that are warriors for the truth and warriors for justice, it does come out sometimes when we are called into certain battles, whether it's, spiritual battles and things of that nature. We want to be this, heart, centered gentle spirit that we are, we want to bring that forth. But there's another part, and it does take courage of heart to know when to bring that to the table and how, and to do it with grace and with reason and purpose. Okay, so let's see what the next. Um, it's going to be the last tarot that I pull, and then I'm going to pull a sacred geometry energy oracle. So our last one is the Two of Wands. And so the Two of Wands is looking forward. And then the Light Seer, I really adore the coloring, because the coloring is light and it is soft. And it does speak to looking out toward a future that has those gentle energies of the peachy sunset colors that feel so soothing. And I see plans being made that take us out of regret, out of remorse, put things behind as the energies move forward, and do it with conviction and purpose. And so I am going to pull from our oracle deck just a random card that Spirit wants to reveal. Emergence. And so the 2 and 5 equals 7. And this is a year of this year also equals 7. And emergence is a gorgeous energy of coming in to a real state of who we truly are. We emerge, we come out of metamorphosis, we come out of cocoon, we come out of hiding, and we butterfly our way into this new time and this new energy. So it says the frequency of emergence. Oh, love it. Invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment. Ah, what a way to wrap up this kind of heavy and intense reading. Yes, more innocence, more wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. Amen. On that note, I would love to share a story if you're still here. And it's about this little swordfish, and excuse my hand and nails, but this little swordfish here happened to surface in my backyard yesterday as I was doing some yard work, and I've lived here 21 years, and I have never laid eyes on this little swordfish. It's kind of buried over by the steps by a shed and back, and wow, Divine really reveals some tremendous love for us when we're going through periods of uncertainty, if we're willing to just follow our guidance and just move with spirit, and move energy, stay in a place of activity, just I know sometimes we got to go down, but stay in a place of movement. And this swordfish, I encourage, if you're still here, to please look up the meanings, the spiritual totem symbolism of the swordfish, which I learned that swordfish swim up to 60 miles an hour in the ocean. And that's the speed of a car on a freeway. So that's pretty zippity. And, the, the sharp bill represents, a swift decision pattern. And it also, the swordfish in many cultures, I found out yesterday, represents um, courage and perseverance, which, is kind of my card, because I'm a Leo, and it's a lot of people's cards because we all have a lot of Leo energy in our charts. And thank you so much for listening. If you're still here, please like, share, subscribe, comment. And this is Mia Claire, and I hope you all, even though that was a heavy reading, I hope you got something from it. And we're keeping it real here, and I just love the fact that I get to show up here for you all, and I really appreciate you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.